So I know you guys are thinking, Joe, why is there a Corvette parked in front of your house? You're supposed to do truck stuff. And like I told you before, we're not just limited to truck stuff. Hot rods, old things, new things. As long as it's fast, as long as it's fun, that's what we do. And cheap $500 barn find Corvettes are especially, well, I guess not especially, but we do. But yeah, that's what we do. I mean, it was 500 bucks. It's a C4 Corvette, 1984. It is an automatic. I guess let's get the hood popped. Technically, it's not mine. It's actually my neighbor's. He just wanted to, he knows I do YouTube stuff. He wanted to invest, and he was like, hey, I have an idea. I saw a car that I passed the other day. I think we should go try to pick it up together. He invested the money. I invested the time and the effort. Got the car home, and what do you know? We have a Corvette that has sat for the better part of a decade, and surprisingly, didn't rot and die. I mean, it's fiberglass. They don't really rot and die, but I mean, come on now. Come on now. When you have an actual interior that's left, how could you not? I don't even know what to say. We saw in the clips from the other day, it actually, supposedly, I'm getting ahead of myself here because I'm all excited. The story from the previous owner was that it didn't really run. He could get it to start up, blah, blah, blah. The transmission was leaking fluid really badly after being replaced for a second time, and he no longer was into it. It got towed home to his car lot where it sat better part of a decade. And then me and my neighbor Nick picked it up, and this is what we have. So, I mean, I got it to fire up and actually move under its own power, which was kind of crazy. The transmission fluid is low and smells a little bit burnt. I did run out and grab a filter kit, gasket, some plugs, a bunch of miscellaneous odds and ends for it already. But before we do any of that, let's get it up on the stands. Let's throw a battery in it, and then I'm going to fill the tranny fluid all the way up and cycle it through the gears and see if I can tell where it's coming from. And from there, we progress and see what happens. So I got to get a battery in this guy. Or wait, battery back there. Got to get a battery in it real quick, which just means diving into the pile of one of those. I think that one. But yeah, throw a battery in. I might throw a little bit of fresh fuel into it and see if it mixes up with all the junk in there and cleans it up, gets it to run a little better. But yeah, I just want to see if I can get it to start and idle long enough to fill the tranny fluid, and if I can get it to leak fluid, all the better. So then I know where it's coming from instead of just guessing, because yeah, I'm not into the guessing game. Enough ramble, let's dive into some work. I can tell the camera's mad at me because I let it get rained on a little bit, but I don't know about you guys. There's no trans fluid leaking out of this thing. Traditional C4 gas gauge cluster issues, but it sounds good. Everything seems to be... Oh, my electric seat works. I mean, everything seems like it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. The fan's on and let it cool down for a little while. The fan's on with the car off. Bet you it has something to do with that crap. Yeah, all the lights are working. When the headlight motors are plugged in, the headlights work, but then when you turn them down, the motors get mad. Typical C4 stuff. There's some drips. I'm gonna throw a picture up right here of underneath. There is some drips. The converter is pink, which is weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna mess around and we'll figure it out because I'm so confused. Yikes. It got late so fast. I mean, it's just pitch black out there. I'm under the car still working with a light. I found the leak. So I did end up getting some transmission fluid, more than I had. I have it on my face, I had it in my eye. I'm coated in it. The leak, what I'm noticing though, when I filled it up to about operating level, everything seemed fine. Training shifts into gears. The amount of clutch fluid is clutch material, very minimal. The Turbo LS Fairmont we had on the channel about a year ago, 10 times as much, and that transmission ended up working great. Low fluid will kill a transmission and make it act a million different ways, which is what this one seemed to be doing. Throwing a new filter in and a new gasket, and while I'm doing that, like I was saying, that's where the leak was coming from, was the corner. They RTV'd both sides, and that's the corner that was leaking, was this big globber. So I'm going to clean the pan up. I'm going to throw this guy in the trash, drain all that fluid out, and yeah, put it back together, fill it back up, and in the morning when it's daylight, we'll see if we can actually drive this thing. I'm pretty stoked on it. The camera is not facing the right way, but whatever. I'm tired. It is late. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I'm just out in the front driveway working on a Corvette. What do you know? Barn finds, man. There's something. But I'm going to get back to cleaning and getting this done, and I'll see you guys in the morning, most likely. Okay, well, I need to take this off because I'm all dirty. Last night I sucked. I didn't film anything. I should have filmed a bunch of stuff and didn't film anything at all. But I worked on it late into the night. Transmission pan gasket was at fault, but it wasn't necessarily the pan gasket's fault. I'm gonna throw some pictures up. A quick explanation being, the pan gasket from the factory, little cattywampus, 700 R4s, not having a bolt on that corner. Notorious passenger front pan rail leak. I need to move blue. For these, I need to take this, toss in the garage, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a few minutes when we try to test drive the $500 barn find. Okay. So, should I be doing this? Probably not. Probably not. I know nothing about this car. Yeah, oh, I don't fit for crap. One second. Looking at the headlight and I'm like, sir, I think you went too far. There you go. Okay, trip around the block. That's all I'm asking. All I'm asking, trip around the block. Okay. Just got a drip from somewhere right there. Yep, on my pants. Can't see crap in here. I guess. I wonder, can I just set you guys like this? Oh yeah, I can. Hold on. All right, boys and girls. We're going around the block in the project Corvette. How do I put the windows down just a little bit so we can okay. Got my phone on me, right? Yeah. Oh, it has no power steering, I forgot. That's just fantastic. It's not what I want. It's not what I want at all. Okay. It's car was $500. I don't know. Hey, the power steering actually started to work right there. Oops, sorry guys. I don't want to screw you up too much because you're the important ones back there. You guys still hanging on? All right, cool. I know you can't see anything for shit. Sorry about that. I mean, it's driving. It shifted. Can't tell if it has like a stall converter. I mean, it goes. That's a good sign. Probably want to hang on. Put your seatbelt on, okay? Don't fall over. Sounds good. I think the trans might be. It's either low. Oh.
But wait! There's more!
Oh, don't get in trouble. C4s are the best drift cars in the world, and I had no idea. No idea. Okay, I'd say it runs damn good. Tires are still smoking. Yeah, all right. I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I tried earlier to film a whole clip of driving and messing around, and that didn't work. None of that worked at all. Really hard to film in the dark. Film yourself. And literally to do that little donut clip, I ran over, shoved the tripod into a trash can. Into the edge of the trash can between the cylinder and the actual bucket. And that's how my camera was held up. So we're gonna go try that again. And this time the wife is gonna come and she's gonna be the filmer. I'll have her hop out and spin some donuts, you know, drift around a little bit, something like that. I think I got the power steering fixed. Fixed enough-ish. It might need a pump, but the good thing is, come on, front porch lights, thank you. I did get both headlights all the way up, and they're just permanently open. So yeah, heater works, all lights work. The transmission seems to have stopped leaking, but I did order a cork pan gasket and a cast aluminum pan with reinforced rails. Why not? Professional, correct way. It has a drain plug installed also. This does not, so win, win, win. Let's take this thing out and have a little fun. I don't know. $500 Corvettes, man. Something else. And yeah, so this is actually going to be the outro to the outro, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I filmed like 10 minutes of burnouts and drifting and having a great time. Me and the wife went out and enjoyed the Corvette a little bit. Yeah, and of course, the camera decided that was the time that it didn't want to pick up any audio. I'm going to still put that clip in after this. I'm going to probably just do some music over it, or I might talk over it, who knows, but everything basically done on this thing. Threw some plates on it. It needs an exhaust tip and a transmission pan. You're wondering, wait, you said you got that fixed with the gasket and how it was? No, a couple little odds and ends. So stamp pan gaskets, they're just, or stamp pans themselves suck. And then to couple that with a rubber gasket, I can get it to the point where it's just a very steady little drip drip, and that's only when it's shut off. When it's running, it's perfectly fine. The level is where it's supposed to be. Everything is great. Well, obviously it drifts, it does burnouts, everything works surprisingly, except for the digital dash, which is, so I don't know. I don't know if Nick is gonna have me fix it or not. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, well, I think he's gonna end up keeping the car and enjoying it for a while. So it probably isn't gonna be sold like I thought it was gonna be, which no biggie to me, because I really like the fact that my neighbor went from, I'm just gonna get a Corvette to look at and drive every so often, to I have a burnout beat up machine now, which I mean, how can you not like having cool neighbors like that? But I'm happy with the car. I'm happy that he's happy with the car, and it's gonna make me a little money. I can't be mad at that. I mean, come on, I gotta play with the Corvette. I gotta make a little money. Gotta film some content for you guys. And didn't end up being the best content, but whatever. Now that thing is gonna be gone and leaving, and you notice I'm just in here assembling this diff so it can head out this weekend, get paid for that job, and then turn it all around and throw all the money into this thing. I'm in the middle of filming a video for this that you guys will see shortly, but everything has just not turned out the way I wanted it to. Obviously the audio clip getting messed up. The video of this involved the fuel tank, but no longer involves the fuel tank because I stuck a screwdriver through the top of it. So with that, I'm just gonna stay down. It's so dusty and dirty in the air down here, it's gross. I've just been grinding and cleaning up these last few pieces so I can throw all that stuff together. I'm messing with a spare dart column to, there's just so many things, so many fires and so many ovens. And now, because of all the dust and stuff, I'm gonna start sneezing. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more. And with that, I am out of here. Average Joe Builds. I'll catch you on the next one.